Let me introduce you to Excel. Excel has some really cool things probably you're not expecting either. It can be an excellent instructional tool, as well as all the things that you already know how to do with Excel. And we'll do a number of things like formulas for self-correcting type instruction, as well as conditional formatting. And the nice thing I like about Excel here, some of the things we're going to do, you'll also be able to upload it into Google and use it from there also. And so I'll have some instruction in that. So let's take a look at Excel and start out with just some math self-correcting things. So this is just a self-correcting thing here. So you make a little math however you want to do it, and then when you put the answers in here, it tells you whether they're correct or not. And that's self-correcting. And this is just based on a formula, and it's called an if-then formula. If-then formula. And so here, if I miss one, it does this, and you can make this say whatever it is you want it to say. So let's take a look at this formula here. So here's what the formula looks like over here. It always starts with an equal sign, and then it's if, the word if, and then a parentheses. If it's blank, if E6 is blank, then nothing. Right here, nothing is between there. Nothing, meaning nothing happened. If it's blank, nothing happens. And then a comma, and then if, again, another parentheses. If E6 is equal to A6 times C6, comma, then correct, great job, and comma, and then oops, try again. And then you have to have an ending parentheses here to go with this one. So you can always have this. And I'm going to give you this as a starter sheet, and I'm going to ask you to create this. But I'll give you the formula, and you can simply get the formulas, copy and paste the formula out of here like this, and then transcend it into whatever. And you could put answers here, but I would always make formulas like this. And I'm going to ask you to do them to do 1 through 10. This one only goes through 2, so 1 through 10. And set it up this way where they're clearly divided like this. And let's make sure before we start here that we have this set up just like we did before. So let's come in here under File and come to the Options. We've done this on PowerPoint and Word. And here's the access bar. This ribbon first. What is it you want here? Here's the developer tab. Let's put that out there also. And then when we jump over here, back here to this access bar, what do you want up here in the access bar? Kind of like before, I want this over here, and I like to save things up here, save as, and I want this up here by that one. Whatever else it is, do you want print? If you want shapes, we don't use the shapes here as much. Macros, whatever, you come back and you set this up however you want it on this access bar. And you can do this by right mousing in it also. Okay, so you see they came in up here, and here's your developer tab like we had before. Right. Okay, you got this with formula? Now, you know this too, once you paste this formula in, you can drag it down like this and just bring it down, and it adjusts the formula all the way down for you. See how that changes? So that takes a little bit once you get the formula set up, and you can move it that way. Now, here's a couple other cool things for this. You can see already here, this is the print line here. Not that you're going to print it, but it's just showing you that. Say, set it up like this. And down here, you're going to do one for division, addition, and this one by subtraction. You know how to rename these here, subtraction, in the tabs. And that's the beauty thing about Excel too, and these are called workbooks. Keep things together, and you can put tons of them here. I don't know what the limit is, and you can search for these in here in their search thing to find these different tabs, how many you have in here. But you can keep track of it, and that way you can have each paper for a student if you want to, and you can link to them. There's a number of things you can do, but you are going to create them for division, addition, and subtraction. Now, how you're going to do division, again, it's going to be multiples, things that you would have them memorize. For example, 1 times 10 is 10, but you would never do this 1 divided by 10, and this is what I have happen all the time. You want to put a division in there, and so that it's that. So what is the inverse of 1 times 10 is 10? Well, it's 10 divided by 1. And so don't give me this like 2 divided by 0 or 1 divided by 8. Don't do that. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Let me show you how to lock these two. One of the things I ask you to do to lock them, and there's a couple steps here, and I give that to you out here on the page, and I give that to you out here how to lock cells. And so let me give you a quick demo, but if I go too fast, you can come to this here on how to lock cells from their help website. And it's a 2-step process. Goes like this. So I want to lock, I only want this to be able to be accessed. I don't want anything else accessed. So I go like this first. So this is to lock these is a 2-step thing. So first, if you have the newer version from 2008 on, you come up here to the font button and click here, and it expands it. Come over here to protection, and you want to unclick this like that. Okay, here's the next step. Then you come up here to view, to review, and say to protect the sheet. Okay, and then I think that's all you do. And if you want a password here, you may want that just so nobody can get into it. And it's going to ask you again, don't forget it or you can't get into it. And now this, I can't get any place else. The only place I can get is in here to do it. And you have to do it to each of these. These still work. Okay. So that's how you do that. And then to unlock it, you do this again. You unprotect this. Put your password in there so you can edit it. All right. Now let me make sure you make this big enough, and let me show you a couple more things. Now here's another thing I'm going to have you do, and it really doesn't add anything to this. It's just a skill that I want you to have for future references, so roll your eyes now if you will, but this is called conditional formatting. And how you conditionally format things is like this. First of all, let me make sure I can get out of here. Alright, so now on conditional formatting, you do this, and you should be able to do this too. You come back to home and click conditional formatting here. And so I'm gonna, you can do highlight cells, that's where I'm gonna start, and I want to do things that are equal to. You can do ranges and stuff, but for this purpose, equal to, and it gives me this. Alright, so I say, so if it's 0, which is supposed to be correct, then it changes color like this. And I can say it's a yellow like this, but it tells them, but what if it's not? Okay. Then I do this, and I come back here and I go like this. I want to put a new rule in here. And what's this new rule? Format cells that contain. So again, the cell value, if it's not between, if it's equal to, or let's say if it's not equal to the 0, then what? And what I'm going to have it do, fill or something like this. So maybe red. Okay. And now let me see if I change this. See, it goes red. Get two things. That's what conditional formatting is. And you should be able to do that also. I'm not sure whether you can do that. But your conditional formatting, and let me see if I can do another one here on this same one. If it's equal to, oh, if it's blank. If it's blank, no color. You can have that also. So if I take this out of here, it should go back to this. All right. So tell me that's not kind of cool. If I put the answer in here, which is 0, I get this. Or if I have it wrong, I get this. Or if it's blank, I get, not that one. Blank, I get this. That's conditional formatting. All right. So I want you to do both. Let me see if I can drag that down here too. Yeah, I can. Yeah, so you get to drag that too, and you have conditional formatting. All right. So you put that in, and now I'm not done. I'm not done. There's a couple other cool things here yet you can do. We can do this. Let's do this. Let's take this whole sheet and under view, I believe it is. Let's take the grid lines off. And now we just have this. And what we can do with this is come back and right mouse it and say, how about these formatted cells borders? And let's set up all the borders so they're there. Well, I can just put them all in there like that if I can't find the one all the way around. And so now I have a place for it. And still you can do more. You could do this. And this is often a thing we do with students with learning needs is change this look a little bit. Come back here and say, how about this color? And make it a real light background to look. It's a little easier to look at that way, like that. So you can do that if you also, but make sure this is a nice crisp font here. All right. Now don't. This is the first one here. So go ahead and do this one, and then I have another one for you.